Any words for BJ Raji that come to mind?
Pride, purple pride, purple pride, purple pride.
The Pride Report with Fernando Jackson.
Welcome to the Pride Report. I am your host, Fernando Jackson. Sitting next to me, Skellig Smelligs. And my voice feels terrible right now. Vikings coming off a crazy, greatest game I've seen since the 2009 divisional playoffs against Dallas. 37-34, Vikings win with a last-second Blair Walsh field goal. Smelligs, what did you think about that game?
Up and down, but we started out dominant, and we kind of stayed on top. We kept ourselves on top, in control of the game.
That they did. First three drives were great for both, like for the Packers and Vikings, it was great for the Vikings. Vikings get field goal, touchdown, field goal. Blair Walsh hitting his 10th 50-plus yard field goal.
It's money.
To start, and it was good. And it looked like a bad snap. Or a weird handling by Kluwe, because the ball barely went over. Usually Walsh will, hit the net.
No problem. He's got extra 10 yards.
Doesn't matter. He made it 3-0. Packers go 3-0. Vikings the ball back, drive down, end it with a 7-yard Adrian Peterson run. Adrian was wearing out that defense from the start.
Easy. He had his way with them. The line was making holes for him. They had 9 men up front. But
they look winded after that after it was 13-0 when they made that other field goal. That defense looked winded from Adrian in the first quarter. Yeah, first quarter I think it was 12 minutes to 3 as far as time of possession.
I know Rodgers. He only had 6 snaps first quarter.
Yeah, first 3 and out, 3 and out. That's how you keep the Packers under control. So 3 punts for the Packers in there. 13-0 Vikings after a second Blair Walsh field goal. Vikings next touchdown drive, a crazy completion to Jarius Wright. A ball Christian Ponder
scary throw.
Probably shouldn't have thrown. And these kind of bounces, it kind of seemed to be going the Vikings' way.
That whole play worked out in our favor.
It did, because the Packers were out of timeouts. Yep. They wasted timeouts because of the play clock running down. And then they couldn't challenge it.
And it was before
the 2-minute warning, around 2:39 to go. Great catch. Great catch, Jarius Wright. I liked it a lot. That would set up Jarius Wright's 8-yard touchdown catch from Christian Ponder, bringing the score 20-7. I was hoping that would be the halftime score, but
yeah, good drive by Green Bay to
they managed
add 3 more.
To 20-10. Packers come out with the ball, drive it down the Vikings' throats. Vikings would punt. Packers get the ball back. They're at midfield. Rodgers go back to pass. Brian Robeson off of injury. Sacks, strip fumble, recovered by Jamarcus Sanford.
Big turnover. That's the only one of the game, wasn't it?
Only turnover of the game.
Huge.
There were a couple close other ones, like when McCarthy threw the challenge. We'll get to that one later. That's all later. All right, where are we? Vikings strip sack. They're still up by 3 points. What are they doing next? 2-yard touchdown completion to Adrian Peterson. They tried running him some more. Around this time, Adrian was at the 2,000-yard mark. He had broken
he already broke
that record. So Vikings take a 27-17 lead, third quarter, at home. It's looking all right. Packers would come back to tie it at 27. Vikings reply with a...
No, but then the bomb to Jarius Wright.
Right, that was even later on. Because the Vikings, that's when Ponder, before that one, maybe it was leading up to that one. Fuck, I don't know what's going on. Ponder barely, that pass to Michael Jenkins. I am still freaking out about that. I want to be pissed at Ponder for throwing that ball, but it worked.
We got a touchdown.
Whenever we played the Packers that throw was an interception last time. Holy shit, that scared the fuck out of me. Packers would tie it yet again, and then the play of the year. 3rd and 11. Ponder back. Michael Jenkins. We've been bitching about him all year. He's made up for that with this one catch. Christian Ponder, great throw.
Found space behind coverage.
Found space. Adrian would get another 20-30 yards. Set up a Blair Walsh 29-yard field goal. He can make a 29-yard field goal. They tried icing the kicker. Didn't work. Vikings would be victorious 37-34. What a game. A rematch next week with the Packers in Lambeau. Packers receivers are depleted. Vikings secondary, we're getting a little depleted. But Adrian,
Got a week to get better.
Adrian is averaging 207 yards, maybe 6 yards versus the Packers this year. Boom. He would finish this game, 34 carries, a career high. 199 yards and a touchdown. He only had that one catch, which was a 2-yard touchdown. Jarius Wright, 3 catches, 90 yards, including that 65-yarder that set up the Jenkins near interception in the end zone. Jenkins, 3 catches. 2 out of those 3 catches were huge.
They were all big, yeah.
The touchdown that was almost an interception, and that 3rd and 11.
He stepped
Holy
up. Last couple weeks, he stepped up huge.
He's been making some plays. Maybe he's getting healthy finally. I don't know. Who cares? Hopefully they can keep it rolling. They play the same team again. The Packers can't stop Adrian Peterson.
You can't.
That's it.
Just another healthy dose to him.
Here, run it that way. Okay.
They know what's coming. No, we know what we're gonna do. And they can't stop.
Why can't they win this game? I don't see how they cannot win this game.
Do everything the same.
And then they go to Atlanta to play a team that always chokes in the
choke
playoffs.
artist.
Holy shit. I think same thing. Packers can't stop Adrian. Vikings are going to give the ball to Adrian.
Another 30 touches.
Yeah.
Ponder, do your thing.
Ponder, no
Work
mistakes.
off that play action.
Ponder, 16 of 28, 234 yards, 2 rushes for 16 yards.
Huge game.
3
let's not
touchdowns,
underplay him.
0 interceptions.
We've been hard on him, but he had a huge
game. Last week was his best game of his career. Before that, it was the San Fran game.
Kept going
this
one
one,
step up.
Vikings had to win their last 4 to get in the playoffs.
First playoff game.
That is exactly what they
Outdo
did.
yourself again.
What do you like from this game? Vikings or Packers?
Oh,
playoffs?
Vikings.
What do you
Come
think the
on.
final will be?
Defense
I
think it'll be a little smaller. Yeah, it'll be
not
smaller,
as
but
37-34.
lower score.
That's a lot of points.
I'm gonna go 27-20 Vikings.
I think it might hit the 30s again. I'm gonna say 31-28. Blair Walsh nails a 60-yarder in the cold with time running out to send them to Hotlanta. The Vikings victorious at home, Week 17. They're the 6th seed in the playoffs. They travel to Green Bay next week, where they'll probably beat the Packers because they don't have an answer for Adrian Peterson.
We're undefeated in Lambeau during the playoffs.
This will be the 2nd time the Vikings have ever played the Packers in the playoffs. First time was in Lambeau. The Moss Moon. That was not a disgusting hit by Randy Moss, Joe Buck. Fuck you. Vikings playoffs. We'll see you next week. Check us out at purplepridepod.com. We're also on the vikingship.net. He's Smellings. I'm Fernando. Purple Pride.
Purple Pride.